Hey YouTube, Strip Time Bait and Tackle, aka Old Man in a Kayak, and I just returned from the Native No Limit tournament at Lake Fork, and I always love fishing that lake. Even though it seems like the last two big tournaments there, all I'm catching is the ones under 14. I'm catching a bunch, but I'm just for some reason I'm not finding the big ones like I used to. So anyway, had some news there that happened during this event. I am going to First of all, I'm going to show you a clip of my intro there at the lake, and then I'll come back for the news, and then I'll show you some good stuff. All right, YouTube, I'm out here at Lake Fork, fixing to launch. It's Thursday morning, tournament Saturday. Water's looking good, not too muddy. It's not that low. It's actually, I'm thinking maybe a foot low, if that. Probably not even that much. But anyway, I'm putting in here at Coffee Creek. I'm going to work up and do a little test fishing. I know Orwell Bay is back up that way, and I got some spots picked out there, and I got spots picked up over here too. So I'm going to start on this. I'm going to work this weed bed around here with some top waters this morning. So anyway, I'm going to get one of the kayaks here launched. I got my gear inside. I'm going to get my safety vest on, PFD, and launch this thing and get up there on the water. Hopefully I'll see you soon with a bass. Okay, now what we had at Lake Fork was a cheater. I fish a lot of kayak tournaments here in the state of Texas. I'm in the North Texas Kayak Association. I do all their tournaments, and the Bassmaster Kayak Division North Texas, I do them, and I do locals and charity events and things like that. So I do a lot of fishing, and I've heard of cheaters, but never met one or had one in a tournament that I was in until this weekend at Lake Fork. And the gentleman, I'm going to use that word loosely because there's other words that really should describe a person that will do this to his fellow men and women that fish. But I met this individual at Stillhouse Hollow, where I believe he took third place. And I actually sat at the table and talked with the guy for I don't know, 30-40 minutes. We had a meal, and Tony seemed like a really nice guy, and he got third place. I congratulated him on that, didn't think nothing about it. And then fishing the tournament, Lake Fork, we got the call, and then where we got the notification that there was a cheater and a disqualification. And I'm going to stop here. I'm going to put up the picture of that fish that he submitted, and y'all take a look at it and tell me what you think. Okay, the fish that he submitted was actually the bass caught 2 weeks earlier by another individual at Toledo Bend that actually won the tournament, and I believe won the big bass. So this gentleman took that image and photoshopped it, and I believe he altered the date stamp too. So anyway, they caught him. The tournament director, they caught him. We don't know how many maybe times in the past that he cheated and done this before in some of the smaller local tournaments, and it got up on the Native No Limit, more of a national level, and they caught him, which is good. I hate to see a cheater in the business, and it sucks for the rest of us, because there are those of us, we spend a lot of money on our tackle and our gear and our trips and you know, gas going back and forth, tournament entry fees, the lures we lose, hotel rooms, campsites, all that stuff. It gets expensive, and to have somebody cheat is it's just ridiculous, you know. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't know why somebody do that, because it's not like it's a super large amount of money, you know. And if the gentleman cheated at Stillhouse Hollow when we fished, he got third place, $290, you know. Now this one at Lake Fork was $1,000 an hour for the big bass, plus paid out the top, I think, 12 places, something like that. So I mean, it was decent money, but I mean, maybe the most you win is $3 or $4 grand, but to win $3 or $4 grand and take that chance and then be banned for life, now he never gets to fish again. I mean, he'll get to fish, but he's not going to be in any tournaments that around, because everybody knows his name out there, and I'm not going to put his name out there. I met the gentleman. I say gentleman because that's how I refer to other people. But if you cheat like that, you're not a gentleman. You're a POS. But I will refrain from doing that. But this dude, I'll call him a dude. This dude, he thought it was okay to cheat for a little bit of money. And then I don't understand that mentality of how do you live with yourself after you do something like that? You go out there and you cheat people that you sit and break bread with and visit with and have fun with and talk to. It's just ridiculous. And so I don't understand that. So, but anyway, this, that was the negative part there that happened. And I want to show you, the other negative part was all my fish were under 14 inches. Okay. I didn't cheat to catch them, man. If I had been cheating, it would have been bigger than 14. But anyways, a 14-inch limit, and all mine were under 14. Just like last year. Last year, I think I caught 7 or 8, and they were all under 14. And this time I caught about almost a half dozen, and they were all under 14. But anyway, I met a gentleman. This is actual Jim, one of the competitors in our tournament. He actually came in from Arkansas, and we were fishing up in this same little area. And when he came out, and I asked him which way he was going because I didn't want to cross his path or jump in front of him because he was there first. So anyway, we stopped and we talked and we conversed for a little bit, and we talked for maybe like 20 minutes. Real nice gentleman. This guy's actually a gentleman, you know, a real nice guy, and had a good conversation with him. Nice meeting him. And as we're sitting there talking, all of a sudden the bait fish started popping around us. I mean, all around us. And then the bass. I'm saying bass, but I think there was a lot of catfish chasing after the schooling too, because I did catch a couple of catfish on some crankbaits while they were chasing. But anyway, we saw all this activity around us, and so we stopped talking and we started fishing. And he ended up getting into a monster. We only caught one fish in all that activity, and he caught I'm not gonna say it's a giant monster, but it was a big fish. It was 5 pounds and 10 ounces, because he caught it and he goes, "Hey, you got a scale?" I said, "Yeah, I got one." So I motored on over there and got the scale. He weighed it, and I got a clip of him. I'm going to show you this clip here. See this little tank you got here? Oh yeah. What did it say? I'm sorry? Oh. 510? Ooh, that's a nice one, man. Anyway, that's the fish he caught. And when he went to submit it, he found from the tournament director later that if he had waited 6 minutes to submit that fish, it would have won the big fish of for the next hour. Somebody beat him out that hour, but if he had waited 6 minutes, he would have got that next hour with $1,000 plus the gift certificate and stuff. So anyway, I was happy for him. Got to meet a nice guy. Got to see him catch a monster at least, or I'm not necessarily a monster, but 5 pound 10 ounce. That's not bad. And anyway, that was a positive note, and I had a good time. I went up there and camped out right on the lake for 2 nights, and sat out there and enjoyed sunsets and the peace and the quiet, and then got out there and fished for 3 days, two days practice and 1 day tournament, and anyway, had a good time. But anyway, I wanted to touch on the cheating that goes on, and unfortunately, I know that 99%, probably 99.5% of my fellow competitors are just honest, normal, hardworking, fish-loving people. You know, guys and gals that love to fish and have fun and like the outdoors. But there's always that little 0.5%, that one person that's got to come in and do something like this. But from the way I understand it, tournament things will be changed as far as the way we do take pictures. And because what we do in the kayak is we have these boards like this, and we take pictures of our fish on the board and submit it. But there's going to be a change in how we do that next year to cut down this so somebody can't Photoshop something. And I'm not for sure of the exact changes that's going to be there, but there will be some changes. And so it's going to be a little bit more difficult on some of us. Not more difficult, just we have to do a few more steps to submit our fish. And it's unfortunate it comes to that, but that's what happens when one person wants to come in and be a POS, you know. So, and you know, I was going to say maybe I'd understand if it's $1 million, and then no, I wouldn't understand because I don't think it's right, and I wouldn't cheat, not even for $1 million. But some people just don't have that. I guess you don't have morals and ethics, and it's a shame because I'm telling you, 99.5% of my fellow competitors, the men and women that I fish against and meet at these tournaments, are just normal, hardworking, fun-loving people, and we're not out there trying to cheat anybody, and we congratulate each other when they do well, and that's the sport. So anyway, I've got a lot of stuff getting on. I got to get all this stuff cleared up. I got to recheck my rods. I'm taking my brother out to Squaw Creek tomorrow morning fishing. It's going to be his first time in a fishing kayak, and we haven't fished together for 25 years, so I'm looking forward to spending some time with my brother. And I'm also entered into the Peyton Hughes Memorial Tournament. It's a month-long tournament, and so my brother and I will be out at Squaw Creek Power Plant Lake. I always do really good out there. I love that lake, and so not big monsters, but some 20, 21 inches out there. I should do okay. Anyway, I got to get ready for all that, but I just wanted to share the bad news and of what happened, but then also throw in some good news and about my fellow competitors. And I congrats to all those that won and caught the big fish. And even in my North Texas Kayak Association championship, the gentleman that won Angler of the Year, Michael Cates, met him several times. Real nice guy. Good fisherman. He's a good bass server. There's a bunch of good. Eric Simeon got second or third, and excuse me if I forget everybody's name, but I know that the top 4 or 5 from our league gets to go to the Nationals next year, paid in Tennessee. So that'd be good. I'm rooting for the guys from my club to do well out there. So hey, well, I'm going to bounce out of here. I got a lot of stuff to do. Got to get these yaks ready. Got batteries to charge. Line to go through, lures to change. You know, it never ends, but I'm having fun. All right. Hey, everybody, have a great day. And remember, stay safe out there on the water. Always wear your PFD. Pick up your trash. Pick up other people's trash when you see it, and yak all that trash out. All right. Catch you on the flip side.